But Carolyn's happiness didn't last long. In 1981, she began suffering from severe stomach pains. She could hardly believe it when she was diagnosed with colon cancer. The 51-year-old actress underwent painful surgery and grueling chemotherapy, all the while keeping her condition a secret. In spite of her illness, Carolyn remained passionately committed to her work. When her cancer went into remission, she took on a new challenge by starring in a daytime soap opera called Capital opposite Constance Towers.
She and I were the two matriarchs. She was the darker lady of the two. I was pure as driven snow, and Carolyn had all the wicked, fun things to do on the show.
How does it feel to be the mother of a hero?
He doesn't consider himself a hero.
How perceptive of him. Have a good evening, Tyler.
Carolyn pulled out every acting trick she had learned in all her years of playing eccentric bad girls.
When you got into a scene with her, you were working with real competition. And she gave you as much as she could possibly give you, but you had to fight for your life to hold on to the scene because she knew exactly what she was doing.
As you probably know, our sons are going to run against each other in the next congressional election. Keep Tyler out of it, Clarissa.
He's going to run, Myrna, and he's going to win.
Politics is a tough game. Tyler could get hurt.
Oh, I know. I haven't forgotten that you ruined my father's political career, and I would expect that you're going to try to do the same thing to Tyler.
Keep your precious son at home.
Now, this time we're going to stand and fight. There would be one last little look that she would give, or one last little smart line. And I'd walk out the door and think, oh, shoot, she got it that time. So she was a lot of fun, and she was a challenge.
Carolyn was just getting comfortable with her role on Capital when she discovered her cancer had returned. She tried every treatment she could find, but this time nothing worked.
The doctor told her that she had fought it aggressively, but there was nothing they could do. That was more than even Carolyn could take.
She vowed to live the rest of her life to the fullest. By now, she was too sick to hide her illness from her colleagues, but she continued to work on Capital, even when confined to a wheelchair and in tremendous pain.
I have never had more respect for someone than I did for Carolyn. And there were days when, one day when she cried and told me, she said, I'm so afraid. And yet you would never know that on the set. She just gave everything to that part, and Myrna Clegg sparkled with all of her wickedness.
In September of 1982, Carolyn married her boyfriend of 5 years, Peter Bailey Britton.
It was a very special wedding. She didn't have long to live, and she knew it. And she made herself as glamorous as she could possibly be that day, and it was a joyous day.
And cancer was not a main feature of that wedding. Her joy in getting married and Peter's joy in getting married was the main feature of that wedding. It was her determination, her love for life.
Finally, Carolyn grew too weak to work, and she left Capital in February of 1983. Less than 6 months later, on August 3rd, Carolyn Jones finally succumbed to cancer at the age of 53.
She died on a work day, and I remember in the eulogy I sort of joked that it was unlike her to draw people away from work to attend a memorial service. She loved working, and she loved living.
Carolyn Jones may be forever known as Morticia on the Addams Family, a series that lives on in reruns seen around the world and in numerous remakes and movie adaptations. But to those close to her, she will always be remembered as a woman with a tremendous talent, a generous spirit, and a passion for life.
I think she never got the roles to really show how very talented she was, but she just sort of laughed and kind of made a joke about things and never sobbed and cried and said, poor me.
I'll remember Carolyn as a wonderful, gracious, loving human being with a wonderful sense of humor, with immense talent.
She was always warm, considerate, very friendly, and there are many people who felt that she was their closest friend.
I've got her things she gave me, she wrote in her booklet that she wanted her epitaph to be, she gave joy to the world.
The end.